Time for Fox Carolina weather. Weather Rate certified most accurate local forecast.
Well, it's been the trend recently, Tori, breaking news in the weather department tonight here at 11:53.
Things changed quickly, didn't they, Isaac?
I know, and that's the reason we have hurricane hunters to fly out there where, the radar and satellite can't quite capture things. And we've got a hurricane on our hands off the island of the Dominican Republic and Hispaniola there. We've got winds now up to 80 miles per hour as the hurricane hunters, again, still surveying the system, but an increase of about 20 miles per hour being found by the hurricane hunters. Now, the track's position isn't going to change. The Hurricane Center is working on updating the intensity. So what you see here is the latest we've got. It's just going to be outdated relative to the current intensity situation. But one way or another, over the weekend, whether this is a strong Category 1 or by this point close to a Category 2 storm off the east coast of Florida this weekend is still, again, we expect it to be exactly where it is being shown here, and then it still will be recurving toward the North Carolina coast Monday evening. And on this track, still, even if it's a little stronger than the current intensity forecast shows, the South Carolina coast impact should still be relatively muted relative to what they're going to be for the North Carolina coast, especially for the Outer Banks. So again, I want to reiterate that even though the system is a little stronger, that does not mean that South Carolina's coast is in any greater danger at this point. And still, the upstate and the Western Carolinas and Northeast Georgia, we're not going to see any impacts from this system. So the chance to strengthen certainly will continue into the weekend. The good news, though, is that the track is becoming more certain. There's less uncertainty on that recurvature toward the North Carolina coast, and that certainly is a distinct possibility. A landfall is on the Outer Banks early next week. Thankfully, this evening, things are nice and quiet. We have no real downpours, no thunderstorms in the area, so that's some good news. Around the region, we are watching a few storms out in Middle Tennessee. They will likely weaken well before they reach us. Tomorrow morning, mostly cloudy sky conditions to start the day, a small chance of a shower early. And the daylight hours tomorrow actually keep a pretty small rain chance. And with that in mind, high should reach the low 90s, around 92. Upper 80s for western North Carolina, an equally small chance of rain. So on the sky meter rating tomorrow, better than today. It's an 8 out of 10 since we have, again, that lower daytime rain chance. I keep saying daytime rain chance because tomorrow could offer up a slightly different picture to what we usually see on a summer day. We'll have some spotty showers through the day, but you can see that the better chances for a few more downpours could actually increase tomorrow evening around sunset or so. When they usually weaken, we could be seeing them move in from the west. So if you're planning your day Friday, there's just a small chance of rain during the day, a slightly better chance that you get wet into the evening hours. The chances of rain stay pretty small into the weekend. Summer heat, of course, sticking around, and we'll be keeping our eyes on the tropics. But you can see no major increase in our rain chances, no major wind concerns here. We're not going to have any problems from the tropics locally. In fact, our heat actually becomes a little more tolerable next week in the upper 80s after we stay relatively warm starting tomorrow and in through this weekend with temperatures in the 90s. Wake up tomorrow morning. Nicole will have the very latest on the tropics in your local Friday and weekend forecast starting at 4:30. Cody?